Hey guys, my name is Olisa. Thank you so much for dropping by. Be sure to subscribe for more great content. Today's video is one that has been requested in my DMs for quite a minute now, so I feel like it's about time that I just sat here and talked about it. So we're going to be doing sort of an appliance review. I did want to loop in my Android box and my fridge into this video, but then I felt like it was going to be a bit too much. So I've already discussed my Android box in an upcoming video. I feel like this video will come up first before my Jumia favorites video, so I'm going to discuss more about my Android box there. But today's video is basically focused on my vacuum cleaner and how much I absolutely love it. So yeah, we are discussing the Ramtons Wet and Dry Vacuum Cleaner. So if you want to get a review on that, plus an updated washing machine review, which people keep requesting, and I keep saying the exact same thing, but yeah, basically if you want to talk about those two things and basically just a quick roundup on all the technology that I have, then just keep watching. Okay, so step one, the most important one, I'm not going to catfish you and put it at the end of the video, the vacuum cleaner. I haven't mentioned it more than in passing in other videos just because it's so fantastic and there's literally nothing else I can say about that vacuum. I love it. I am so glad I went for it versus the smaller one that I thought would be handheld, but apparently I would still be walking around with a cable. So yeah, it does have wheels that you attach when you buy it, but then when I was buying it, because I bought mine at Carrefour. Did I buy it at Carrefour? I bought it at either Carrefour or Naivas. I know that I bought it at Carrefour. I first saw it at Naivas and it was about 7,500 shillings. No, I first saw it at Naivas and it was about 7,900 shillings. And then I went to Carrefour and I saw it for 7,500 and I was like, discount, yay! And then I bought it. And then I also checked on Jumia and they all just play at around the same price. So it's between 7,000 and just under 8,000 shillings. But then Carrefour was the cheapest one for me. So I was really, really glad I'd also checked there instead of just buying it on the spot at Naivas. But at the same time, it's just a 400 bob difference. 400 bob does add up, so I definitely say look for the discounts where you can. But then if it's something that you think would be out of stock, definitely worth buying, because on Jumia I think it's 8,400 if I'm not wrong. So somewhere around there is a price for this wonderful device. That is it's literally in my top 5 favorite appliances that I've bought for this house yet, and I am absolutely in love with it. I bought it literally probably a year ago at this point, and I'm still as obsessed with it today. So that should tell you something. I don't have any buyer's remorse whatsoever. It is really great because it's a wet and dry vacuum, and that's exactly what I needed. I mentioned in many other videos that at one point one of the pipes in my bathroom burst and I wasn't home, so it flooded my house for hours and hours before anyone noticed outside that there's a bit of water running, and turned it off at the mains. So yeah, I came home to a completely flooded bedroom and it took buckets and buckets and buckets of water being removed for it to finally get dry, and I was like, never ever again. So initially I didn't know there was a distinction between a wet and a dry vacuum, but then when I went and actually did research, and I would just go to the supermarket, go to the appliance section and ask questions. So you just ask the specialists questions on what you want to buy, and that's how I discovered the Ramtons Wet and Dry one, because I'll put a picture here of the one that I had in mind, just because I thought it would be the cordless one, but then they don't have the cordless one in Nairobi. And also the vacuums that I was looking at, I thought it would be 15,000 shillings, and I'm not ready to spend 15,000 on a vacuum just because I hate sweeping, so I think 7 was definitely a better sweet spot, especially after the situation that sort of put urgency in my heart, So yeah, my bedroom has thankfully never flooded again, but then recently I did have my kitchen flood, and when that happens, just as normal day-to-day things happen, I take pictures or videos just in case it ever comes up in a video. So hopefully I still have that footage and I can actually show you. I had a lady come in and she was cleaning my kitchen and doing the dishes and whatever, and she didn't mention it to me that the kitchen was flooding until the water had literally reached her ankle. So I was literally just there are we serious? Apparently the pipe for the sink had come out of the wall, so she was washing dishes and all that water was just pouring on the floor. So it was a bit of a huge mess. But then I literally just took the vacuum, suctioned all the water. When it gets full, it makes a distinct sound, so you can actually know. So it took quite a few rounds of vacuuming, pouring out the water, vacuuming, pouring out the water, but then it actually did dry it up completely. So even when people ask me in videos, do I mop the house? I don't mop the house. I literally just pour water and then vacuum it up, and it cleans and dries it completely, dry to the touch, dry completely. All the water has been suctioned suctioned up. And yeah, the vacuum is just, it's amazing. I love it. I love taking out the nozzle and like putting it underneath furniture and like suctioning all the things that I don't want to look at, which is also one of the main reasons I bought a vacuum, because I want to like reach the nooks and crannies and not have to confront the spiders as I'm getting rid of them. You know, I just want to reach under there. I've literally vacuumed up a grasshopper, is how good this vacuum is. One thing that I will mention is that you have to make sure that the power is right. So if you feel like it's not suctioning up as strongly as you would want it to, there might be a blockage somewhere, maybe in the pipes. If you had like papers or something, they could be blocking. So they allow a bit of suctioning, but not too much, not enough basically. So you do have to like occasionally check and make sure the pipes are clear, the metal part is clear, the plastic part is clear, and then also the hole that dispenses it into the tub is clear. So I occasionally just like run something through and check the openings in those sections. But other than that, I'm really happy with it. It does come with more than enough attachments. I'm very satisfied with my overall experience with the Ramtons Wet and Dry vacuum, whether I'm vacuuming a dry spot or a wet spot or combined spot, because like around my washing machine sometimes the water will pour and I don't have to be careful around it as I'm vacuuming, because whether it's wet, whether it's dry, it all comes together, it all gets dumped in the bin, and then it all gets dumped out. So since the vacuum is too big for me to be like sitting here and showing it to you, I'll just have to insert like b-roll footage of me like actually playing with it so that you can see how it is in use. And my carpet actually does need a bit of a vacuum right now, so I'm excited to use it for that. One thing that I haven't tried is vacuuming a wet carpet dry with it. Haven't tried that. I feel like there's a different device for that. It's like a carpet shampoo thing, but then I kind of want to see if I can turn my vacuum into a carpet shampoo. So that's something you're going to see at the end of the video, the day that I eventually turn it on and like attempt that, especially on the line, just because this carpet, I've mentioned it in a different video, and in that video I showed you the size of it. Like when it's dry, it's not that like heavy and big and whatever, right? So I was really excited when I realized that I could actually put it in my washing machine to wash, because I paid 4,000 shillings for this carpet, and when I got a quotation on Facebook from those like cleaning companies that keep advertising, I asked them how much it would be to clean a 5x7 carpet, and they're like 700 shillings. That's all well and good, except that on the 4th or 5th time that I'm cleaning the carpet, I've basically bought a new one, right? So that just, it feels like a bit of a waste of money for me. And it's been raining a lot, so I don't have someone come in and hand wash it and then still charge me like 500 bob, right? So I actually realized that it can fit in the washing machine, which is amazing, because my washing machine is 9 kgs, and it fit in there when it was dry, and it was tumbling, but the wetter it got, the harder it got for it to move around. So when it was completely soaked through, the carpet would not move. It was way too big for the machine when it was wet. But what I did is I soaked it for 2 days, and I just kept adding like Downy and soap and whatever, and I would occasionally like turn it on. Even though it wasn't moving and tumbling, the water was still being like jerked around it. So I feel like that's what really helped, because the carpet itself wasn't being rubbed on, but then all the dirt was like being soaked out and like shaken out basically. So by the time I took it outside, even like putting it on the line, it was so heavy, but taking it down, it was so light, so it's like a bit of a joke. But then it actually worked amazingly. My carpet came out perfectly clean, didn't have to pay anyone any money to clean it. So I was really excited about that, and I'm excited to do that moving forward. But then like now I have like a no shoes on the carpet rule, because it was really dusty. I had them fixing the ceiling and the carpet was there, so it was really muddy before, and got 100% clean in the washing machine. So everyone who wanted an updated washing machine review, that is my review. It is still as amazing as it was in that original video. 1 year later, I have no regrets buying it. I genuinely think it's one of the best investments you could possibly make. I wish you could get the exact same machine on Jumia now, but then I've been checking regularly, because people come to me and they're like, it's no longer available, and I'm like, I am so sorry, I don't have shares in the company, so I can't actually speak for them, right? But then if you can get the exact same one, definitely get it. It is 100% worth it. Obviously the carpet only fit in the wash side and not in the spin side, because the wash side is 9 kgs, the spin side is 6 kgs, but then the washing and the spinning is still working absolutely perfectly for me. I am obsessed. So yeah, long story short, basically what I want to attempt is, since now I have a no shoes on the carpet rule, basically for myself, because I'm the only one here, the carpet is staying clean, but then the edge of the carpet is still like catching a bit of the dirt as like the shoes are walking by. So I kind of want to wet that section and like scrub out the dirt and then see if I can vacuum it dry. So that is going to be at the tail end of this video. Fingers crossed, hopefully I actually get to it before I upload this. But yeah, I'm looking at the carpet now and I'm really, really happy with the way it looks. Washing machine definitely saving me money and I'm so excited about that. And the vacuum cleaner definitely keeps this carpet clean. It literally takes me 2 seconds to vacuum and my whole house is absolutely spotless. So I really, really love that, especially if you're like me and you hate the idea of the sweeping of the dust and like the dust entering your nose, but then you also have to figure out where to take the dust and how to get it out of the house without it going under the furniture, and then you have to lift things and you have to, it's such a hassle. It's not even worth it. So I will mention with the vacuum cleaner, it does come with the wet attachments, like specifically the attachments that are meant for sucking up water, but then I use those same attachments because they're a bit smaller and thinner, and the way they're lined up, they really concentrate the suction power of the vacuum machine basically. So I actually use the wet attachment to vacuum dry spots. I hope that makes sense. So even like when something spills on my couch or something, I'm definitely going to be vacuuming that up. Even the corners, I just remove all the attachments and I use the pipes and I vacuum it up. If there's something on the ceiling that I want to like suck up, maybe I see a spider or a spider nest or something, I just literally stand on a stool, put up the pipe thing and like vacuum it up. So yeah, I love the vacuum. I cannot sing its praises enough. If you can find it in a supermarket, the better. Bought mine at Carrefour, also sold at Naivas, still see them in stock, so they're definitely like enough to go around. Absolutely love it. Vacuum cleaner, still absolutely love it as much as I did the day I bought it. Actually kind of low-key want to repaint it just for a video, so I feel like that's gonna be coming up very, very soon. But yeah, I'm really happy with that. And the Android box, amazing. Cannot sing its praises enough. So far so good. I know some people said that after 3 months the Android boxes died on them. I kind of have faith in this one that it's gonna continue working, just because it hasn't given me issues so far. It works really, really well. I changed the not really home screen, but like the home launcher basically. So the same way you can do it to the Android phone, you can do it to the Android box, and I feel like that's what's most convenient for me, because like I mentioned in my Jumia video, I like being able to watch a video there and like leave a comment on my phone, so I'm like simultaneously watching the video, or as that video is playing, I go through and start playing another video here and then just go into my history on the TV and then continue watching it there. Like I feel like it's a much snappier experience than it was when I was trying to watch it on the Puffin browser directly on the TV. So even now I barely use the TV functions. I'm really glad I have it though, because like now I'm using it as a HDMI to use the TV as a monitor for my video recording, just to make sure that I'm in focus. So if I keep looking there, I apologize. But yeah, the Android box itself, I have no complaints. It is only 1 GB, but then I try not to overload it. So I don't actually save anything onto the Android box. I save everything onto my hard drive and then I watch it off of there, and I just keep my hard drive connected. And I love this because this is what I was complaining about before. I would have to tip the TV over in order to connect and disconnect my hard drive, but now because I have the Android box permanently connected, I just connect my hard drive directly on the dresser itself versus on the TV, and I am so grateful for that. Like it's made my life so much easier, because I've tried I literally got a second USB extender and I got the exact same thing. Absolutely no response. It just does not work for me. I don't know what the problem is. So yeah, I'm glad I can connect my Android box to my hard drive, to my mouse if I need to everything that I need, because I think it has like 4 or 5 different ports. It's crazy how much function it has. So it did come with a HDMI port, but then I had to buy an Ethernet port to connect it to my internet directly versus using Wi-Fi on it, because I feel like a hard connection is more reliable, like more stable. So yeah, Android box, check. Love it, love it, love it. Washing machine, check. Cannot sing its praises enough. Vacuum cleaner, check. Absolutely love it, especially like when you're vacuuming, when you're trying to clean underneath your bed. Like I don't want to try to figure out what spiders have made their homes underneath my bed. I just want them to be vacuumed up and have it be done. So even in like dark corners and corners that are difficult to reach, the vacuum cleaner comes in so handy. Cannot sing its praises enough. Absolutely love it. So yeah, I think that's my whole video. I'm gonna end it here. Thank you so much for watching. I hope this was helpful to you. I hope this is informative and actually helping you with your purchasing decisions. So let me know down below if there's anything else you want to know that I did not mention in this video. Thumbs up if you enjoyed it, subscribe, and I will see you in my next one.